In this lesson, we're going to talk about 3 turning steps in Bagua. We call them the T step, the L step, and the V step. And these are used to change direction. Now, they may be called something else in your style of Bagua, but they're just some natural human movement that you really can't do otherwise as far as making a turn to the right, left, or changing direction from forward to backward. So the first thing we're going to look at is going through with the T-step. Okay? The T-step is really, just as we said, it is a step putting the foot forward and making more or less a T between the 2 feet. Okay? And this is for a change of direction. So if I'm walking this way, I'll make the T-step, turn, and walk back the other way. Right? For this directional change, we just want to put a stop step here, make a turn, and go back the other way. And it can happen very quickly, in that way, or very deliberately, heel to toe, spinning on the ball of the back foot, and stepping out in the form. The other 2 steps are going to be the L step and V step. The L step is done anytime you turn outward with a foot, thus bringing the knees away from each other, opening the legs, opening what we call the qua area here, and then going in either direction here or here, forming more or less an L. The V step will be when you're crossing to the inside over the forward foot, for example, and thus making more or less a V shape of your feet. Okay? In the V step, we'll be bringing the knees back together, closing the hips or the qua area, and bringing the toes inward, as opposed to the L step, which brings it outward. Okay? So the E step is indicative of what we spoke of before as far as the centrifugal and centripetal forces. The centripetal or inward moving force would be the V step. The centrifugal force or the outward moving force would be done with the L step in general. The T step, of course, will be done by turning and retreating in another direction. Okay? So as you're walking the circle, you'll step up and do a T-step to walk back the other way on the circle. Okay? You can also employ the L and V steps. If you want to walk to the outside of your circle, you can do the L step to the outside, a V step to bring you around, and then back inside here. You'll see the T, L, and V steps in nearly every Bagua form, whether it's a single palm change, double palm change, etc. In the single palm change, out of the Wang Shujin system, you use the T step to stop direction. As you turn inward, you step out to what they call the crouching tiger form, and then open up with a slight L to finish, and then back out. In the second palm change, what's called the Bagua Zhang, or the double palm change, you actually use the T and L and V steps together to make a complete circle. So, starting from the beginning, the T step brings you in, you open to crouching tiger, open out with an L, spin in, turn with a V, back down, and then back out. So we use the L and V after the initial T return here to open out, step around, and come back through. So these are circling steps. Now, not only in the form can you use these steps, but also when you're working with a partner, they can be used in what we call trapping methods. Okay? So I'm going to call a partner up here. Dylan, if you step in. So what we have here on the trapping methods are using the T, L, and V to trap feet and to break the opponent's root, turn them, and otherwise control them if possible. So if Dylan just put 1 foot forward, the T step comes in and wraps around the foot here, and we can change direction. And as we do, we actually pull the foot with us like this as we go with the T step. Okay. Same with the L step, stepping around through the opponent. We can actually break their root like this. Or if I use the inside step, the V step, I can break their root here, like that. So with my forward leg, I can step in with a T and actually control if I have to, and even pull him up. Okay. I can step in with the inward step, the V step, control this way, like this. And then I can also use the L step from here and control this way. Right? So it's a way of breaking the root, of breaking their posture below. If Dylan gets in a very strong posture here, he's going to be a tough guy up here, okay? All right, so what I've got to do, if possible, make him a little weaker, yeah. He starts worrying about his balance, perhaps falling down. So anytime you can break the opponent's root, you're just that much further ahead to controlling him. Right? So he may be in here, in a posture like that. I come in to touch. And as soon as I can, I want to try to break his root a little bit so I can then maybe break the posture down, like that. Okay? So those are the ways to step in. Once again, up in the fighting posture, I can do the breaking him here and actually pull him down this way. Okay? Using the T step. Once again, the T comes in to here and can pull away. He can come in with a punch. I can walk through, use the T to pull him out and away from the center. Same kind of punch, I can walk through with this one, stay on him with a inward or a V step, maybe take him down to the ground this way. Okay? I can also use the L as he comes through to go through him and around here. In that way. Okay? So those are the basic uses of the steps with an opponent. Okay?